fellow booktubers, my name is Lauren, you're watching Dreams Books Courage, and today is Top 5 Wednesday, and this one was a bit hard for me because this Top 5 is all about books that you've read in one sitting, and I don't think I've read any book in one sitting except for like very short kids books, but I think that's kind of different than just reading an actual novel in one sitting. I don't really think that that's possible for me to do, just because for one, I am a bit of a slow reader, and also I was trying to spend a lot of time in that world, so I don't really like to just finish a book in one sitting. Anyways, here are the 5 books that I came up with that I kind of read in a short amount of time. So in the top 5 spot, I have Paper Towns by John Green, which was actually the second John Green novel that I read. Right after I finished The Fault in Our Stars, I decided to go ahead and pick another one of his books up just because I loved The Fault in Our Stars so much. And so I ended up picking up Paper Towns, and this is a very quick read. I did not finish this in one sitting whatsoever, but I did finish it in 2 days, which is pretty short for me, especially since this is a full-length novel and not just like a picture book or anything like that. So I was pretty proud of myself that I finished it so soon. Overall, I think that this is just a very quick read because of John Green's writing style, along with the fact that it's kind of a mystery and kind of a road trip book, and both of those settings are just kind of fast reads for me. So I'm pretty sure that anyone is capable of finishing this book in 2 days and probably even one sitting, but I'm definitely looking forward to rereading this book, not only because it is by John Green, but I just really love the setting and the theme of this book. And the movie for this is actually coming out next month, so I think that a lot of you could probably finish this book very quickly before the movie comes out. In the 4th place spot, we have a book that I did finish in one day, and that is The One by Kiera Cass. I think that the way that Kiera Cass writes, it's just very easy to go through her books very quickly, and also this is the finale of the Selection trilogy, and so I just really wanted to see what happened throughout it, and so I just kept on reading it like the entirety of the day until I finally finished it that night. So it was definitely an awesome experience to have because I've never done that with a book where as soon as I get it in the mail, I just start reading it, so I really enjoyed that about it, and I thought that this did a very good job of being the finale of the Selection trilogy and definitely tied up a lot of the loose ends I had with this story. And so for me, I just wanted to see how this book ended up as quickly as possible. In the 3rd place spot, we have another John Green novel, and that is The Fault in Our Stars. And the first time I read this, I think I read it kind of slowly, but then the second time that I read it, I actually finished it in one day and almost in one sitting. This is my favorite book of all time, so of course I just wanted to get through the story and just be enveloped in it, and I just wanted to take the entire day off to just finish and read this entire book once again. I'm planning on doing that same thing this year as well, but I think it's just great to really be back in that world and really try to read it in one sitting because it's just that kind of book to me. Personally, this book is very intense and I just get completely enthralled with it, and so I just want to be in that world. I did get up a few times whenever I did read it, but I would say that this is pretty much as close as I've gotten to reading a book in one sitting, but I think that this is definitely worth just taking time out of your day to just sit down and read the entire thing. And in the 2nd place spot, we have The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, and I know I'm probably butchering his name, but that's as close as I can get. Anyways, this is actually a translated work from French, but this is just such a beautiful children's book. I've read this twice, and I plan on reading it very many more times because I love the idea of the story. It's all about how imagination can really influence you. Even whenever you become an adult, it's very important to hold on to your imagination. And it's also the story of this little prince and his journeys across all of these planets. It's a very adorable story, and there were a lot of illustrations in it, and the text is pretty big. So although I can't really consider this as a novel being read in one sitting, this is more of what I was talking about children's books being read in one sitting, because this is definitely one that can be read very, very quickly. It's pretty short, and as I said before, there isn't much text to it, and there are also pictures. Even if you're my age and you haven't read this before, I would definitely recommend that you pick it up because it is so adorable and definitely worth reading in one sitting. And in the 1st place spot, we have an actual series, and that series is the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series by Jeff Kinney. I can read pretty much all of these books in just one sitting, and I'm pretty sure I have. This is actually the last one that was released, which is Diary of a Wimpy Kid: The Long Haul, and I definitely remember reading this like last year. I love the story as a whole, and also it is just so hilarious. It's filled with pictures and quite a bit of text as well, and so just the mixture of that makes this a very quick read, and also it is just so funny. Even though I'm 18 now and considered an adult, I still love these books, and I'm definitely not afraid to admit that because I just love the premise of them and how funny they are. Even if you're my age, I don't think you should be embarrassed to pick these books up because there are a lot of stories that make you laugh even as you're older, and some that you can't can't even really understand as much until you are older, so I think these are definitely worth the read, and obviously they are very, very quick reads. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm currently a little over 1,800 subscribers, which is amazing to me, but I think it'd be even more amazing if we could reach 2,000 by the time that I've been on BookTube for a year, which is around the middle of July. So if you guys could help spread the word, that'd be awesome. But really, you don't even have to do that because I just love you all so much, and I'm so glad that each and every one of you has subscribed to me. Thank you all for watching my videos, especially those who have been around for a long time whenever I definitely wasn't very good or very personable on BookTube, but you guys have definitely made me come out of my shell, and for that, I thank you. And now I'm gonna go get back to reading.